Ladies and gentlemen, gather around as I take you on a mystical journey filled with enchantment and wonder. Today, I bring you a tale as old as the flowing currents themselves, a story that whispers of a powerful being known as the spirit of the river. Imagine, if you will, a world where rivers are not mere bodies of water, but living entities with their own souls, guardians, and secrets. Prepare to be swept away as we delve into the fascinating realm of this ancient spirit and the extraordinary events that unfold along its mystical shores. Are you ready to be transported to a place where magic and reality intertwine? Then, let us embark on this mesmerizing adventure together. Hear the spirit of the river. When the isen of the river, the morning sun dappled through the dense foliage overhead as Aritha made her way along the worn mud path flanked by tall grass. A warm breeze caressed her face, holding the promise of a beautiful day. Yet an undercurrent of unease persistently tugged at her thoughts. She had always felt drawn to the flowing river cutting through the forest near her village, ever since she was a little girl. As a child, she would play for hours in the shallow waters, creating shapes from pebbles and watching tiny fish dart beneath the surface. But there was something, or rather someone, that had lingered at the edge of her mind even back then. A pale figure, whiter than any being she had seen before, with silvery hair that flowed like the water itself. The woman's presence had an otherworldly aura about it, enough to send shivers down young Aritha's spine and make her wary. Yet an insatiable curiosity had blossomed within her at the same time, curious about this being who appeared so different from the villagers. Every few days she would spot the woman sitting motionless by the river bank, mere glimpses through foliage catching in her memory like fragments of a dream. As she grew older, Aritha forgot her childhood fear and the fleeting glimpses ceased. But the memory of the mysterious pale woman never quite left her mind. An unanswered question lingered in her thoughts: who was this being? Where did she come from? What drew her to stay by the flowing river alone for so long? Lost in her reminiscences, Aritha barely realized she had reached her destination, the familiar river opening up before her in a wide curve flanked by tall reeds. The water flowed by lazily in the sunlight, glittering like liquid crystal. She inhaled the fresh scent deeply, feeling a sense of calm settle over her. Curiosity sparked anew, stronger than ever before, propelling her feet forward along the pebbly bank. That's when she saw her, just like in her memories. The pale woman sitting with her back to a large tree, long hair moving gently in the breeze. Strangely, her silent immobility brought a fresh wave of discomfort to Aritha instead of the childhood fear. She knew this may be her chance to unravel the mystery that had lingered on the edges of her mind for so long. Steeling her nerves, she took a step forward and called out,
"Greetings. I mean you no harm. May I sit with you for a while?"
The woman turned slowly to face Aritha with an expressionless gaze that sent chills down her spine, like looking into endless pools of quicksilver. Aritha fought the urge to flee, curiosity rooting her to the spot. After what seemed like an eternity, those silver eyes blinked once in acknowledgement. Heart beating fast, Aritha advanced cautiously and lowered herself near the woman, keeping a respectful distance.
"Forgive me for disturbing your solitude, but I've seen you here since I was a child. Who are you? Do you live near our village?"
Aritha asked in a calm voice, hoping her gesture would be met in kind. Silence was her only response at first. The pale woman turned to gaze into the flowing water once more, her profile ethereal against the surrounding greenery. When she spoke, her voice was soft yet held an echoing quality like many voices merged into one.
"I have been here far longer than any village. This river is my home, and I its protector. B."
Before Aritha could process those cryptic words, a sudden frenzy of movement in the water ahead caught both their eyes. A large grey shape thrashed amidst a flurry of foam, caught in some unseen struggle against the current. Aritha gasped. It was a young doe that must have wandered too close, now fighting for its life trapped in the middle of the powerful flows. Instinctively, Aritha leapt up to give aid without a second thought. She waded into the foaming water, reaching for the helpless doe desperately. Just as her hands grasped its soaked fur, a rogue wave crashed into them both without warning, pushing them violently downstream. Aretha caught a fleeting glimpse of the pale woman lunging towards her from the bank, moonlight pale fingers outstretched, before her world went dark beneath the weight of swirling water.